pushed the League One side all the way there and almost forced a replay. You must be very proud of the lads after the performance.
Yeah, really, really proud. Sort of a game of two halves, wasn't it? We probably showed them just a bit too much respect in the first half, sat off them a little bit, but then that was kind of our game plan, just to sit off, contain them a little bit, and then try and hit them when we set the traps, go and nick the ball and try and attack from that point of view. So maybe we got that slightly wrong, but nevertheless, they're a good side. I've said that all along, that if you don't get the press right, if you don't get your tactics right, they'll play around you. And I wouldn't say it was comfortable in the first half. I wouldn't say they cut us open time and time again. They had a lot of possession, but they're 2 leagues away from the Premier League. And from our point of view, it was one of those, can we get to the half and 0-0, and then we can change it a little bit and have a chat. We've conceded, which was probably a bit of a sloppy goal from our point of view, too easy to get in down the right hand side across, and then he's unmarked Connor Wickham, who 3 years ago was playing in the Premier League. So you can't give players of that quality time and space, because they'll punish you, and that's exactly what's happened today. So we had a chat at half time, and I just said, look, the last thing I want us to do now is, when 94 minutes comes up and the whistle goes, we've got any regrets that we didn't have a real go. And I thought second half you couldn't fault them. I thought we were the better team. We pressed and pressed and pressed. We threw everything at them. We created opportunities, but we just couldn't really create that real clear-cut opportunity. So that the difference today was an ex-Premier League player who's in the second goal. Even I clapped it. A bit of quality. There's not a lot anybody could have done with that. It's gone right in the top corner, and it's a shame, but I'm so proud of them. But now the biggest thing is, as now, lifting their spirits to go again on Tuesday, which is a huge game for this football club in terms of our league position and our pursuit of trying to get out of this league.
It's fine margins, isn't it? Because there was a few very good chances in the second half, like Michael Woods' chance, Blair Adams' chance. I guess there must have been a couple of moments there where you thought you had the equaliser.
I'm celebrating. Tom Broadbent, the volley, Woods' header, ball when it's cut across. Normally he just side foots that into the back bottom of the corner. In training, Blair goes through, and it's even Dylan Morse has had a header down at the keeper. So we can take a lot of positives from today. We created lots of opportunities against a League One side. No matter where they are in the league, they're a League One side, and they showed that with the quality. So yes, the first half we could have played better, but I would have been really more disappointed if we hadn't have had a go in the second half. But we did, and we showed our qualities. We showed our work rate, our endeavour, our attitude to just want to try and get back in the game. And even their manager said to me at the end they were lucky there to have won the game. So that's a compliment to our players. But now we've got to recover and put that second half performance into 90 minutes on Tuesday.
Of course, a massive occasion, a huge crowd as well. I guess it was a great chance to showcase all that South Shields is good about. I guess you really did that today.
Yeah, it felt like a proper football league game. The atmosphere, obviously the cameras being here, and our crowd played a massive part, and so did Forest Green. It's a long way to come. They've travelled, a long way, and they got behind their team. But we kept them very, very quiet in that second half. Our fans were excellent, and I'm just gutted we didn't give them a goal just to celebrate and jump around. Even if we'd have scored when it went 2-1, it would have been nice. But I think it's clear for everyone to see that we can only take positives away from the game today. There'll always be negative comments that we could have done this and could have done that, but one thing you'll never say about our players is they don't give up. They never give up. They keep going right to the end, and we just needed that little bit of quality in the final third, and it could have been a different game. But it's now we've got to continue that second half now into the rest of the season.
After a massive occasion like that, how important is it to have a big game against Hyde on Tuesday as well? Obviously, a team that's really going well themselves. Is it important? Yeah. Is it sort of beneficial to have a game as big as that?
Yeah, I think so. It's for me, and I've said all along, even before today, one part of my brain's thinking about Tuesday already. It doesn't matter who we played on Tuesday. They'll want to come and beat us. They'll want to add to the misery of today. The disappointment. They'll want to come and put the nail in as well. So it's down to us now. Me and Wes will do everything we can, and the coaching staff, medical staff, to try and prepare them. But ultimately, it's down to the players themselves about recovering, putting the right fuel into their body to be ready to go against Tuesday and try and play at the intensity and those levels that they showed in the second half, because I think if you do that, there's not many teams who contain us in this league, and then try and find that little bit of quality in the final third, and we'll be okay. So, yeah, big game for us, but one, I think the players will rise to.